Hello, Black Healing Matters family. This is Danielle here at the Black Healing Matters podcast, where we offer you ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. And I'm so excited. I'm happy that I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're hearing my voice, and I hope that that means that you're getting value from what we're doing here and that you're on board with this mission. And the mission is truly to help uplift our people, to make our moments better, to give more richness and more depth to our lives and our experiences and in the bodies that we came in. Um, and just bring more joy to our lives. And so, today is no different than any other day. And we have a very, very, very exciting topic for you today because you know what it is. Yes, you do. It is Set Your Intention Sunday, where we really get into the thinking about the week to come and projecting our positive intentions for the week from this moment, from Sunday, so that we know what's coming, what to expect, and what to be looking for, because we're expecting our expectation to come true. I'm sorry, our intention to come true just by virtue of us setting it. And so today, I want to talk on this Set Your Intention Sunday, really about one thing in particular that I think is it gets the best of all of us at some point. I know that many of us have set New Year's resolutions. And if you are listening to some of the previous episodes, you may know or you may remember I talked about what's the word. So, what's your word for this year? What's the word, the single word that you will run every decision, every major decision through in order to make sure that you come out of 2018 on the other side with what you want? That this year is not just another year that you spend talking about, hoping about, wishing about, praying about, um, doing or having the things that you want to do or have, but that this year is truly a progressive step towards your greatness. So, as we talk about that on this Set Your Intention Sunday, I want to remind you of how we go about setting intentions. So, I call it the AIR model, AIR. And I developed this model to help us remember very simply how to go through the process of setting intentions in a way that is actually effective. So A stands for attention, giving our attention to what we want in our lives. And that could look like meditation, that could look like spending quiet time, that could look like thinking about some of the issues and the problems that you've had in the past and what you want to see in the future. I stands for intention. So, setting that intention very clearly, very plainly, even writing it down, as I strongly recommend, is a great way to get clear and gain real clarity on your intention. And again, you can have more than one intention. You can do this as many times as you need. And the last step, R, is retention. So, or revisit. You're going to revisit this intention as often as you possibly can. Put it on make it as a screensaver on your computer if you're on your computer a lot. Put it as as a phone on maybe on the back of your phone case. You might even design your own phone case, whatever. Make this something that is, visible to you. For me and my family, we have some financial goals, and I literally posted them on the refrigerator. So every time you walk in there in the kitchen, you're gonna see it, basically. So we are gonna be right back with 5 distractions that we are not going to let get in our way of manifesting great things in 2018. Be right back. Okay, so as promised, I have 5 distractions that I find are very commonly uh, issues when it comes to really getting after our biggest, highest, scariest, sometimes scariest intentions. Yes, which is exactly what we're trying to do this year. So, eliminating distractions can be huge. And of course, there's no way to eliminate all distractions. But the purpose of today's episode is really just to give you some ideas on whether or not the things that you may be calling important or you may be saying are necessities are really just distractions. Okay. All right. So, number one, the first hidden or kind of distraction in sheep's clothing, I'll call it, is social media. Yes, of course, social media can take up so much of our time these days, and it's just constantly growing. I mean, I don't know about you, but I am on social media way more than I watch television. And so, but some of us, if you have an online platform, like a podcast, or whatever you may be doing. You may have a Facebook group, or you may be doing a lot of things online, doing business online. Some of us can easily use this as an excuse when it's really a distraction. What I'm trying to say is, you may have a legitimate reason to be on social media, like, you need to connect with, followers, or you need to, keep engagement up. You may need to be recording and producing podcasts. That is all valid. That may be actually moving you towards your goal, right? But what about that extra time when you're just kind of lost in the Facebook vortex? Okay, I'm speaking to myself right now. Bridges to the choir, but it's the truth. It's so easy to get caught up. And so I find that using my time, setting time limits on how much time I can spend online is really helpful. And I mean going as far as actually setting a timer. Yeah, I'm kind of maniacal about it because I just so easily get lost in the sauce. All right, number two, second distraction in sheep's clothing. I like that. Second distraction in sheep's clothing could be your work. And so many of us, again, we got to work, right? Whether you work for yourself or you work for a company or an employee, it doesn't matter. We've all got to work. But I think we've all found ourselves in times where we are spending a lot of time at work, but not necessarily working. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. That, mid-afternoon Facebook check-in, or the extra long coffee breaks, or the gotta walk across town, or gotta drive across town to buy that one special sandwich that you get. All that's extra, and you know it. And sometimes we can use work as an excuse not to get after it. And for many of us, I understand it's fear. We may be afraid to go after that thing, that intention, that big thing. And we know that work is an acceptable distraction. It's an acceptable excuse. And so, yes, look at how you're spending your time at work. If you are spending too much time at work, if you are there far beyond spending long hours at work when you know you're supposed to be doing other things, is it really that you need to work, or is it a distraction? I'm just asking. Number three, the third distraction in sheep's clothing is socializing. Yes, socializing. And so, of course, all of these things are integral parts of our lives. Work is an integral part of our lives. Social media in the 21st century is an integral part of our lives. Well, so is socializing, right? We're social creatures. So if, we do have to socialize at some level with our friends, with our family members, with our colleagues. For some of us, it's part of the, climbing the corporate ladder. You got to do the whole, happy hour and schmoozing thing. But when we spend an exorbitant amount of time in these arenas, at the cost of our goals or intentions, that's when it really becomes a problem. And so, again, I call this a distraction in sheep's clothing because it can be a very blurred line between what is necessity and what is just avoiding the work, the work that is towards your intention. All right, number four. Number four, I'm going to go with other people's problems. And you know what? It could also be your own problems with other people. But a lot of times, we can use these other people's problems. We can get so involved in other people's problems. We want to help them. We want to fix them. We want to, do all that we can to show that we're a good friend. And that's good. That is not a bad thing. But again, the point to which it becomes a distraction is when we go overboard, when we are spending too much of our time and energy on other people's drama, listening to other people on the phone. You know it when you see their name on your phone that they're calling you with some drama, and yet you pick up the phone and you let them take up blocks of time that was really devoted to you and your dream. Now, this I understand. Sometimes it happens. It's not like, it's avoidable. But understand, fam, we train people how to treat us. If you have friends, and I'm speaking from experience here, okay? If you have friends who constantly call you with their drama, the only reason they do that is because they know they can. Okay? They know that you're going to be on the phone with them as long as they need you there. And that means that, again, you're not able to do what you need to do. So, making some hard decisions, maybe again, retraining people on how to treat you, which means setting some boundaries and then enforcing those boundaries. This is the really the hard work of being an adult. But when it comes to distractions, this can help so much to free you up, not just your time, but also your emotional availability to be able to invest that emotion and thought power and energy into your intention. All right, fam. Number five, the very last distraction in sheep's clothing I'm going to share with you today. I still think that's funny. Huh? All right. The very last one, number five, I'm going to share with you today is entertainment. Yes, entertainment. Black folks, we are the kings and queens of entertainment, truly so. We have a corner on the market, on the music, on the television, on the performance. We got it going on and we know it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying ourselves, with cutting loose sometimes, with relieving a little bit of stress. You just want to kick back and chill sometimes, and you need to go turn up at the club. That's great. But it becomes a problem when you're the king of the turn up, okay? But you don't have any results in your life, meaning you don't have any manifested greatness as per your marching orders on this planet. So if all you got is the club turn up, or again, oh great, this one, shopping, ladies. Many of us we enjoy our retail therapy sessions. Or video games, fellas. Spending entire weekends on video games. Um, hey, if you don't have any goals, you don't have any intentions, you don't have no dreams, you have nothing you're working towards, Go for it. Hey. But I don't believe that any of us came here without dreams and goals. And so if you do have some goals and dreams, then maybe it's time to put down the sticks, fellas. Like something, you might have to stay home from the mall, ladies, even if there is a sale, and really devote yourself to this great intention that you have. Understand that nobody's going to do it for you, and that there will never, ever, ever, ever be a perfect time. There will always be obstacles. There will always be things, people, and other distractions that you could come up with that, that I didn't think about, that I didn't say today. But I think these five are really good because, again, there's a kind of a balance that we have to strike between all of these. Right? We can't just not do social media. We can't just not work. We can't just not, be involved, not have any entertainment. We can't just not socialize at all. We can't cut these things out of our lives. But it's just kind of like if you were on a diet, you can't stop eating altogether. But you understand that 70% of dieting, weight loss, is nutrition. And so you've got to make a healthy balance between, eating, you can't stop eating, and eating the things that are going to give you joy and also make your body healthy. So it's the same way here, fam. Making balance with some of these activities that we could easily take overboard and make distractions out of. Okay, hit me up, fam. Let me know if any of these distractions have particularly bothered you recently. And if you have any other things to add to this list, please send me a comment, or write a comment, send me a call in, even send me an email. Email address is blackhealingmatters@gmail.com. Hit me up. I would love to hear from you. Okay. And as always, again, stay blessed. Black Healing Matters.
Wow. Thanks for the ammunition. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was very interesting. The one word I say I would use would probably be synergy. Yeah. And the distraction number three. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Appreciate those gems. So keep bringing the good content. All right. Peace.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.